Welcome to NextGear, and welcome to the CVT Exposed Deep Dive. Now, we know what you're thinking. CVTs are trash, right? The kind of thing car lovers, Reddit threads, and even some mechanics love to say. But what if that's not entirely true? Today, we're unpacking everything you need to know about continuously variable transmissions, the good, the bad, and the downright confusing. Why do so many automakers swear by them while so many drivers swear at them? Stick with us, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which brands get CVTs right, which ones to avoid, and whether a CVT car actually fits your driving style. Let's go. So, what is a CVT? The term stands for continuously variable transmission, and unlike a traditional automatic, which uses fixed gear ratios, a CVT uses a system of pulleys and a belt to deliver an infinite range of gear ratios. In simple terms, it can hold your engine in its sweet spot, say low revs for fuel economy or higher RPMs for power, without the step feel of traditional gears. You just press the gas and the car finds the ideal ratio for performance or efficiency. Sounds awesome, right? And it kind of is. CVTs are smoother, lighter, and simpler mechanically than standard automatics. But there's a trade-off. That same gearless design causes the infamous rubber band effect. You press the pedal, and instead of surging forward, the engine revs high while the car slowly catches up. It's a weird disconnect that many drivers just don't like, especially if you're used to the snap of a downshift. So while CVTs promise technical efficiency, they sometimes sacrifice feel, and that's a big deal for driving enthusiasts. Okay, so why are so many automakers still using CVTs, especially when some drivers actively avoid them? Simple: fuel economy regulations and cost. CVTs help squeeze every mile out of small engines. That's why you'll find them in so many compact cars, hybrids, and budget models. Early adopters like Toyota and Nissan went all in during the early 2000s. But here's the catch: not all CVTs are created equal. Toyota CVTs, especially those made by Nissan, are known for being durable and smooth. Honda's e-CVT is even more advanced, blending electric drive with a planetary gear system. Meanwhile, Nissan's Jatco CVTs, let's just say, there's a reason forums are filled with horror stories. So automakers love CVTs, but it really depends how they implement them.
Let's talk pros and cons, because no technology is perfect. Pros: up to 15% better fuel economy compared to traditional automatics. Ultra smooth ride, no hard gear changes. Fewer moving parts equals potentially lower maintenance when built well. Cons: rubber band effect makes some cars feel sluggish. They still need regular fluid changes despite the lifetime fluid myth. Some brands, looking at you, Jatco, have reliability issues that tank resale value. Bottom line, if you care about MPGs and don't mind a slightly weird feel, CVTs can work. But if you love to drive or want long-term reliability, choose carefully. Now, forget the spec sheets. What do real drivers say about their CVT experiences? Let's start with Honda. Tons of Civic and Accord owners report hitting 150,000 miles or more without a single transmission issue. The G-Design CVT shifts better than expected, and it feels tight even after years on the road. Toyota is also near the top. Owners of the Corolla and Prius call their CVTs bulletproof, especially models with the newer launch gear tech. Quiet, consistent, and economical. Now, Nissan, this is where it gets rough. The Altima, Rogue, Sentra, countless owners report early failures, often between 60,000 to 100,000 miles. Sudden jerks, shuddering, or outright breakdowns. Even mechanics advise steering clear unless you're getting a crazy deal. Subaru gets mixed reviews. The Lineartronic CVT is smoother than Nissan's, especially in the Outback and Crosstrek. But early models needed more attention, and high-mileage ones often develop whining or slippage unless the fluid was changed regularly. So yes, driver feedback backs the brands. Honda and Toyota CVTs are trusted. Nissan, not so much. Let's break down the top CVT systems brand by brand. Honda uses a G-Design Shift CVT with the reinforced metal belt. It simulates gear steps to reduce that floaty feel, and it works. You get efficiency and responsiveness, especially in newer Civics and Accords. Toyota CVTs, particularly the K-Series, are the benchmark for reliability. The 2025 Corolla and Camry models even add a physical launch gear, which gives you better acceleration from a stop, then switches to the CVT belt for cruising. Subaru CVTs are tuned for all-wheel drive. In snow or rough roads, they do fine, but they're sensitive, fluid changes matter, and you'll want to avoid overloading or towing too much. Nissan's Jatco CVTs are unfortunately still hit or miss. While the newest Ultima and Rogue models have improved, the damage to reputation is done. Online, it's common to hear, "I'll never buy a Nissan again." So if you're buying used, remember, brand matters a lot when it comes to CVTs. Let's get a little nerdy. Most CVTs use a belt and pulley system. They're about 88% mechanically efficient, which is solid. But some manufacturers, like Toyota, add a launch gear, a small mechanical gear that helps with initial acceleration before handing off to the CVT belt. This alone improves real-world efficiency by up to 6%. Even cooler, hybrid e-CVTs from Toyota and Honda ditch belts altogether. They use planetary gear sets and electric motors to simulate a seamless drive. These systems are extremely reliable, which is why you see so many high-mileage Priuses and Insights still going strong. Want your CVT to last? Here's what you must do. Change the fluid every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, no exceptions. Use only OEM CVT fluid. This isn't the place to save $20. Avoid towing, hard launches, or redlining the engine. CVTs hate heat and pressure. Listen for early warning signs, whining, lag, or slipping. If caught early, many issues are fixable. Ignore these tips, and even the best CVT will turn into an expensive headache. So, how do CVTs feel on the road? For daily driving, CVTs are smooth, quiet, and stress-free, perfect for commuting, cruising, or hybrids. But if you're an enthusiast, someone who loves downshifts, engine braking, or feeling connected to the road, CVTs will always feel a bit lifeless. Honda's G-Design and Toyota's launch gear help, but there's still not a replacement for a well-tuned torque converter or dual-clutch system. It comes down to expectation versus reality. So, are CVTs garbage? Nope, not if you know what you're getting. For fuel savings and low-stress driving, CVTs from Toyota, Honda, and Subaru are legit. But if you're looking at older Nissan models, do your homework, or just walk away. Thanks for watching NextGear. Smash that like if you learned something new, and hit subscribe for more real-world car deep dives. Got your own CVT story? Good or bad? Drop it in the comments. We might feature it in our next video. See you in the next one.